YouTube? It's the Brick Building Kids. Guys, today I'm continuing our kids' bathroom renovation. So what we're doing today is we're going to be putting down some STAINMASTER waterproof vinyl planks. So if you followed the channel before, played a lot of these, so it's going to be very similar to what we've done in the past, but we're going to show up putting these guys down. Behind me is kind of like our current progress. We just finished our shower, bathtub, and our sliding glass door. So let's get started on this floor. Here we go. All right, now before you guys get started, you're gonna know how much of these planks you need to buy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna measure your room. What I tend to do is I'll take the inches times the inches, and then I'll divide that count, or divide that total by 144 to get a total square feet of the room. So what you typically want to do for these is there is going to be a little bit of excess, so I'll typically take anywhere from 15 to 20% scrap based on how your cuts are. So when you go to Lowe's or Home Depot to purchase these, just make sure you estimate a little high, as is any project. All right, now you see in our bath here, we have cleared the entire room out. So no toilets, no sinks, no vanities, no obstacles. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by laying down our first plank, and then we're gonna come up with our design. So these planks are about 4 feet wide. So I'm gonna alternate my pattern by just 2 different patterns. I'm gonna have one that starts full, the next will start at a half, and the next will start full, and it'll give us a nice pattern all throughout the room here. So let's get our first one out. Get this first plank. A lot of floors will tell you to mix up your boxes. That is something we're probably going to start doing after our first box. So we're just going to take all these from the first box at this point. So I'm going to take here, I'm going to put a shim in here before I bank my cut. The top I'm not too worried about, I'll put shims in after that as well. So we're going to make sure that we have at least a 1/4 inch of spacing over here. So we have rough fit this here, it's not in yet. But we have here our what's going to butt up to our tub. So I'm going to take this piece, and it's roughly sitting on top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take here, and we're going to make a straight cut here, and this is going to be our end piece. So here's my pencil marking, and I'm going to cut this with a razor blade, and we're going to fold it, and we're going to score it, and then fold it and break it. Okay, now from here we're going to take, I like to use a square, so I'm going to put this here, I'm going to put it right over the line I made. Now take my razor, we're going to cut this, so we're score it. So put this over a few times. Okay, now here, this will just snap, right in place, fold it the other way, and here we go. So depending on how your next row is, you could start with this if there's enough, if it's long enough. So I'm going to check that here in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to show you how these go in. The first time I installed STAINMASTER, these locking pieces, I was under the impression that the locking process was a little different, that we would need to bend them in, but it's actually a lot easier. So all you do is line up the ends, and you guide it in. So I have these same ones in my home office, in my basement, and they have held up very well. They're really, really nice. Let's go and do this. finish the room. So I'm gonna time lapse through the rest of this and let you guys see what we got when we are done. This is it. We have completed our new floor in the kids' bathroom. So like I mentioned, this was part of our big bathroom renovation project. So the floor went down really well. Luckily, like this is an older style of floor, so we were able to get this at a pretty highly discounted rate from Lowe's. So this is, I think, the second or third time I've used this type of floor too. So if you want to see some of the more intricate parts of cutting these cuts, like around the toilet, around the corner, I'll include a link to one of our other videos. But this worked out very well. I really like the color and excited to see how this holds up for the kids. So appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.